Have you ever wondered why, despite all your efforts, your life seems stuck? Maybe you've read about spirituality, tried various self-awareness techniques, but still, things don't flow as they should. What you're going to discover in this video are the 5 secret laws that control everything around you. And believe me, these laws are operating in your life, whether you notice them or not. If you feel like you're stuck in the same place, unable to move forward, it's because you haven't yet understood how these laws work. This video will reveal to you what few people know: the true power of aligning your actions, thoughts, and emotions with the universe. Imagine finally unlocking your life, achieving your goals, and living in harmony with what you most desire. Curious? Then stay with me, because in the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly what you need to turn the game around. And more than understanding, you'll discover how to apply this practically in your daily life so that transformation begins now. Ready to discover what's missing for your life to finally take off? Have you ever stopped to think about how every little action, thought, or word you have can impact the universe? The law of divine oneness reminds us that everything is interconnected and that we are all parts of a greater whole. Imagine the universe as a giant spider web, where each thread is an action that affects the rest of the structure. This means that when you act with kindness, compassion, and empathy, you are actually creating waves of positive energy that reverberate not only in your life, but in everyone around you. And when it comes to spirituality, spiritual awakening, and self-awareness, this law is the foundation for understanding that what you do to others, you do to yourself. It's not about being perfect, but about becoming aware of how your daily choices have a tremendous power of transformation. Now think of a moment when someone did something unexpectedly good for you. Maybe a small kindness, like a smile or a supportive word on a tough day. That small gesture had the power to change your mood, didn't it? And perhaps it inspired you to do something good for someone else. This is the power of interconnection, a virtuous circle that starts with small acts. The law of divine oneness invites us to be the catalyst of this cycle, choosing conscious actions and positive thoughts. After all, we're all in the same boat, navigating the waters of life, and each of us has the power to be the change we wish to see. And the reflection here is profound. If everything is connected, how can you change your reality? By changing your internal and external attitudes. The answer begins with self-development and self-awareness. When you start to understand your own shadows, you realize that what you see in others is a reflection of what exists within you. This is an invitation to look at yourself, not with judgment, but with a compassionate gaze and a willingness to evolve. And this leads us directly to the next law, which will show you how your vibration impacts everything around you. Have you heard the saying, everything is energy? Well, this phrase is truer than it seems. The law of vibration teaches us that everything in the universe, including our thoughts and feelings, operates at a unique frequency or vibration. Imagine your thoughts as a radio station. You will only tune into the music that's on the same frequency. Similarly, if your thoughts and emotions are tuned to a negative frequency, like fear, anger, or insecurity, that's what you'll attract into your life. But if you align yourself with feelings of gratitude, love, and enthusiasm, you become a magnet for positive experiences. Want a practical tip? Try starting your day with a gratitude routine. When you wake up, think of at least 3 things you are grateful for. It can be something simple, like a warm breakfast, a comfortable bed, or even the sun shining outside. This small habit can elevate your vibration in an incredible way. setting you on the right path to attract what you desire. The key here is to understand that you have control over your vibration. It's not something that happens by chance. Just like a musician tunes their instrument, you can tune your mind and emotions to vibrate at the frequency of your dreams. And this is where the magic begins. Aligning your vibration with what you want to attract, whether it's love, prosperity, or health, you start to see real changes in your life. But remember, this is not something that happens overnight. It's a continuous process of adjustment and realignment. Therefore, being conscious of your vibrations and finding ways to elevate them, whether through meditation, reading good books, or even spending time with people who inspire you, is essential for your spiritual awakening. And speaking of reflection, this connects us directly to the next law, where the outer world is just a mirror of what's happening inside us. Have you ever stopped to think that the world around you reflects what's happening inside you? The Law of Correspondence teaches us exactly that. Your outer world is a mirror of your internal state. It's like looking at a calm lake. Everything you project within yourself, whether thoughts, beliefs, or emotions, is reflected on the surface of your reality. If your internal lake is agitated, full of worries and negative thoughts, the reflection you'll see will be distorted and turbulent. But if you cultivate a serene and positive mind, the reflection will be clearer, aligned with what you desire for your life. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine someone who constantly thinks, "I'm not good enough," or "nothing ever works out for me." This person will inevitably see these thoughts manifest in their daily experiences, from minor setbacks to bigger difficulties, because their reality is just corresponding to what they believe to be true. The secret here is to transform your internal dialogue. Instead of focusing on what's lacking, shift to focusing on what you already have and what you are capable of achieving. Change starts with a simple decision to see the glass half full, not half empty. This law is also an invitation to self-awareness and self-development. After all, to transform what's on the outside, you must first clean up the inside. Start by identifying which limiting beliefs and patterns are preventing you from moving forward. Tools like therapeutic writing, meditation, or even therapy can greatly help in this process of clearing the ground so that new seeds can flourish. Remember, your reality is constant feedback on what needs to be adjusted within you. And when you take on this power, what once seemed impossible starts to become accessible. Now, how about discovering how to attract exactly what you want? That's what we'll see next. The famous law of attraction teaches us that like attracts like. In other words, what you focus on, whether positive or negative, tends to manifest in your life. Think of your mind as a powerful magnet, capable of attracting everything that vibrates at the same frequency as your thoughts and emotions. If you're constantly worried, focusing on what could go wrong, you end up attracting more of these unwanted situations. On the other hand, when you focus on what you desire, believing it's possible, and visualizing it clearly, the universe starts aligning circumstances in your favor. To put this into practice, start by setting a clear vision of what you want to attract. Be specific and visualize it as if it were already a reality. For example, if your goal is to attract more financial abundance, imagine yourself living that reality. Feel the ease of paying your bills. Visualize yourself shopping without worry or investing in experiences that bring you joy. And remember, it's not just about thinking positively. You need to align your actions with your desires. Make decisions that reflect your intentions, even if they are small steps at first. The law of attraction also invites us to cultivate the belief that we are deserving of everything we desire. It's easy to fall into the trap of self-sabotage, thinking we're not worthy of achieving our dreams. But it's important to understand that the universe responds to what you feel is true for yourself. By reinforcing your confidence and self-esteem, you raise your vibration and naturally start attracting opportunities, people, and circumstances that resonate with this new reality. And here comes a crucial point: action. Because as powerful as thoughts are, nothing happens without movement. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next. Now that you understand the power of thoughts and vibrations, let's talk about the bridge that connects the world of ideas to reality, the law of inspired action. Many people think that to attract what they want, it's enough to visualize and wait for the universe to do the rest. But the truth is, nothing happens without action. And here we're talking about an action that comes from a place of alignment, not obligation or pressure. Inspired action is that which comes with a sense of lightness and enthusiasm, as if you're flowing with the current of life, not swimming against it. Have you ever had that moment when an idea hit you out of nowhere and suddenly you felt excited and full of energy to put it into practice? That's inspired action. When you're aligned with your desires and vibrating at the right frequency, the actions you need to take to manifest your goals come naturally. It could be an insight to start a new project, an intuition to call someone, or even an opportunity that you decide to seize without thinking twice. The secret is to pay attention to the signs and follow this inspiration, even if it doesn't make complete sense at first. To apply this, start by setting aside time to connect with yourself and listen to your intuition. It can be through meditation, a moment of silence, or even during a walk. Ask yourself, what can I do today that brings me closer to my goal? And be attentive to the response. Remember, it doesn't have to be a grand action. The important thing is to take the first step, even if it's small, but with confidence and joy. When you act inspired, things start to flow more easily, as if the universe were conspiring in your favor. And by combining aligned thoughts with the right actions, the potential to manifest your dreams becomes limitless. So, after learning about these 5 powerful laws, the question remains, what will you do with this knowledge? Remember, understanding these laws is the first step, but the true power lies in applying them to your life. Think about which areas you feel most stuck in, and start adjusting your vibrations, your actions, and especially your way of thinking. Ask yourself, how can I use these laws to create the life I truly want? Each step, no matter how small, is a move toward a reality more aligned with your desires. And here's a challenge for you. Apply what you've learned, experiment, and observe the changes. When you start acting in accordance with these laws, the universe responds. It may not be immediate, but changes happen. Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone and really take the next step? Share your experiences, questions, or what caught your attention the most in the comments. Let's go on this journey of transformation together. And of course, if this content made sense to you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to continue receiving more insights like these. Your evolution starts now, and we are in this path of self-development and spiritual awakening together. See you in the next video.